Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Amanda Soper. This morning I read a book that we posted online called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Right here, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. While I was thinking about reading this book last night, I realized that this would be a great book to do a story box for. So if you have children with vision impairments, especially CVI, cortical vision impairment, or if you just want some fun literacy experience to do with your children, I think this would be a great idea. I found all of these items around my tiny 450 square foot apartment last night, and I don't have kids, so I think that most of these items are things that you could probably find around the house. I'm going to post a link also for more information about story boxes from the Paths to Literacy website. So Storybox is just a box that has a collection of items that are related to a book, right, that are mentioned in the story. So I have an actual box that I put together last night for If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. It just makes learning kind of a fun hands-on experience. So when you're presenting these to your children, if they do have a visual impairment, something that you want to think about, a tip, would be to give them time to explore the item, right? So if you give the child tape, Mouse tapes his picture to the refrigerator. Don't just, give it to them and then move on to the next thing. Let them explore it, tactily explore it. Oh, it's sharp at the top. You can feel the sticky tape. It has a circle. Give them a chance to look at it, present it on their preferred side or in their preferred field of vision. And then you want to use salient features. So salient to describe the item. So salient features are usually like consistent descriptions of items. So for instance, if I was going to describe the cup to my child, I might talk about that it has a curved base and a rim. And then maybe tonight at dinner or at lunch, when I give the child a cup, I might remind them, oh, hey, this is a cup. We learned about a cup. And If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, we know it's a cup because it has this curved base and a rim. And by doing that, you can help your child put meaning to words, right? They can start through experience and tactile exploration. Whoa, that was a hard one to say. Tactile exploration. Learn what these words mean. Another tip would be that you don't have to present all of the items in a box every single time you read it. You could read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie every day for the next 2 weeks, and maybe sometimes you get through half the item. Sometimes you only get through one item. Maybe it's just the cookie. You just want to give your child a chance to learn what the different objects are while you're reading the story and some different concepts. I'm going to also post a link on this video of some online readings of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie in case you don't have the book at home. Like I said, I also posted me reading the story and modeling on an AAC device. In my box, I'll just share with you guys what I have. Well, not in my box. I just pulled out of my cabinet my cookies. I haven't opened them yet, so I'm not going to, but you would take out a cookie if you have one. It could be a chocolate chip cookie like in the story, or it might be that your child likes Nilla wafers, so I would take out that, or a sugar cookie, whatever that kind of cookie is. So that would be the cookie. And then milk. I use 2% Harris-Teeter milk. My container always looks like this. It's always this shape and it's always this color. If your child drinks Pediasure, give them the can of Pediasure, the bottle of Pediasure, whatever milk is for you guys, that's what you want to use. I found a straw in my house. I had a napkin. I found a mirror. I didn't think I was gonna have these, but I did have nail scissors. Broom. Here's my handy broom. I would say if you have like the little handheld broom and dustpan, that's probably a little bit easier for your children to manipulate. I unfortunately don't have one, so I just had my regular broom. Then a sponge. I had a blanket and a blanket and a pillow. I didn't want to pull my comforter off my bed. You could use a real blanket, maybe if your child has a little blankie. If you have a regular pillow, I also had a little sensory pillow that I use a lot, so I threw that in the box. Paper. I didn't have crayons, so I would just substitute markers when I'm reading the story. You write your name with a pen. We have a little picture that one of my students drew for me that's hanging on my fridge, so I put my picture in the box, and tape. And that was all of the stuff I talked about, and my cup for the milk. So those were all of the things that we had in the story that I wanted to include in my story box. Another idea that you could do after reading, if you give a mouse a cookie, is make cookies. I know some people are home baking from scratch. I just went and got the break and bake cookies when I was at Harris Teeter. That could be a fun activity to do with your child and another hands-on experience for understanding what a cookie is. So that's about it. That would be my idea for reading if you give a mouse a cookie and using a story box. Like I said, it would be great for your children that have visual impairments, including cortical vision impairment. But really, it could just be a fun hands-on literacy experience for any of our students. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks. Have a good day.